Hey friend, Steve Havill, coach, consultant, and ambassador of Sharing the Love. And this week I want to talk about having a generous spirit. You see, we're winding up 2015, coming in to 2016, and this end of this holiday and the next year, I just want to encourage you to go big. Just consider committing yourself to sharing the love huge in 2016. What's that about? It's about being kind-hearted. Kind-hearted, it's a saying, right? You've heard people say, oh, that person's so kind-hearted. Well, what does that mean? I'm going to suggest that it means a few things. It means going above and beyond where people normally stop. Like over-delivering on your experience of service with people, on your experience of generosity and kindness. It's about being selfless, putting other people first, putting their needs in front of yours. It's an amazing gift and act of contribution that's so fantastic to share. It's about not having that attachment to the outcome of reciprocation. If people don't give back or they don't even feel the love, that's okay too. If you give money to that stranger who's in need and they don't do what you think that they should do with that, that's okay. Give it because you want to without any attachment. So much of it is about being service-oriented, having that genuine heart of service that I've shared about before. Thinking about how can you best serve in any given situation, in any particular spot of life. That's so much of what this generous spirit, this idea of being kind-hearted is about. So the challenge. So what's the challenge? Why aren't we all kind-hearted all the time? Why don't we just share the love like amplified, turned all the way up all the time? I think a lot of it has to do with just being self-absorbed, just caught up in our own stuff. It's preoccupation with our own agenda and our own, priorities. It is, hey, our life is important. But that lack of presence communicates, man. It translates so clearly to people. And when you can stop and just be present and be with them, as we've talked about before, you get out of here, you get into here, and get over there into another person's life from a place of selflessness, from a place of genuine interest. And stop being, we don't realize that our self-absorption can come across as selfish, as a total lack of interest. And so many times we just don't mean that. So this week's challenge, I'm going to encourage you to take on 3 awesome practices. The first one is to experiment like a mad scientist in the world's lab of radical acts of kindness. Like being truly selfless, getting out there, putting yourself in the other person's shoes, really living into that golden rule of treat others as you would want to be treated. That's a big part, just that radical kindness. Just get out there and have fun with that. The second is practicing generosity, that generous spirit. Just turn that up, amplify that. Be about generous and unconditional giving. One of the coolest ways you can do this, and this is a stretch, I get it, but I'm going to throw it out there for you anyway, is if there's someone in your life where you've shared something that's so meaningful to you and they just keep being like, oh, that thing's awesome. Consider giving away something that you thought you'd never get rid of. Something that other person might just cherish. Like, oh my God, they gave this away. I know how much that means. It's such an amazing selfless act. I have a friend that as I was sharing this distinction, as I gave away something that meant so much to me, to someone that I knew totally loved it, he took his favorite high-dollar glasses off his head and he said, I'd love to practice this by giving these to you right now. This is my favorite thing in the world. I want you to have them. And it meant so much. I mean, I got them in my bag right now. It's that powerful when that happens. So just consider that. Practice generosity, unconditional giving, and maybe even that huge leap of giving away something that you absolutely love. And the third one is perform random acts of service for strangers. Not just for your family, you serve them all the time, but just get out in the world and share the love by contributing to the world in small, random ways. Hold the door open for someone with a whole armful of Starbucks, or pull over and help that person on the side of the road. You know when your spirit nudges on you, it tugs on you to say, hey, you could do that kind thing, or you could just cruise it by. Just get over yourself and get out of here, get into here, and get over there into someone's life and make that difference. Be the difference maker this season and in this year. Have that generous spirit, be kind-hearted, share the love, set the example, and really ask yourself, how can you serve greatly this year and throughout your life? What is the greatest act of service you can do in any given moment Or what's the great act that you want to be known for at the end of your life? Have that generous spirit. Be that kind-hearted individual. So that's this week's message, my friend. As we wrap up 2015, I want to invite you to have an amazingly safe new year. Fantastic. Stretch yourself, have fun, share the love, get out there, make your difference. And you know what to do. Till next week, till we start off this new year, share the love, keep it real, and live your dream today.